Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We're live here at Mount Zion High School, home of the Bulldogs. Well, tonight's action, Jonesboro Cardinals versus Mount Zion Bulldogs. Should be a very exciting game tonight of a little region matchup. Cross town, right down the road is Jonesboro High School. We are on the away category, so that's always fun to see what might actually play out. It's a packed gymnasium for a Saturday night. I'm Bo McMichael. This is Score Sports. Glad to have you with us. Hopefully I won't be too chaotic tonight. One-man show. I have the tambourines between my legs and the flute in my ear, not in my mouth, because I couldn't be able to talk to y'all if I didn't have it in my mouth. So just have it in my ear at this point. So this should be good times. Good times indeed. I'm going to give you a little bit of basketball sound and actions as we get started here tonight. As you can see, the scoreboard is located at the bottom left, with the JHS being the guest and the home being the Mount Zion. We've backed away from the old scoreboard and brought back the picture-in-a-picture because I am the sole operator tonight. No sideline or no floor cameras. I'm sorry for those people that enjoyed that the last time. We will back away from that tonight. Just give ourselves a little breather and get things started. With that in mind, I'd like to take a moment and have a chance to give a shout out to our sponsors, Jonesboro High School style. Jonesboro sponsors tonight Chick-fil-A down the Dwarf House off of Terra Boulevard. Thank you so much, Chick-fil-A, the Dwarf House off of Terra Boulevard. Stevens and McCray Mechanicals, Natural Enclosures, Southside Realtors, FCA, that's Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Advanced Chiropractor of Conyers for the Neck and Back Injury Clinic, and Pounds Property Management. Thank you all for helping Jonesboro basketball be all it can be. Earlier today, we watched the Jonesboro Lady Cardinals battle the Mount Zion Lady Bulldogs, where the Lady Bulldogs won in an impressive manner, roughly about a 20-point spread. So glad to have everybody out here with us tonight. I thought, however, the tip-off was at 8:30 and not 7:30, so I am just happy to be here. It has been a long day, ladies and gentlemen, and that is an understatement of epic proportion. I had my son's 6th birthday party, which included a bouncy that had a slide, and of course my young self decided to get in there and jump around, and boy am I pooped and tired in every form fashionable. Thanks for joining us here. Been live roughly about 7 minutes here on Score Sports YouTube Live. So glad we can be able to bring it to you. A little bit of background where Jonesboro's been over the past. We haven't been live. I think our last live game was against Charles Drew. We had the epic snowstorm of 2017, so that kind of put a nudge in everything. So we didn't have a game last Friday and Saturday. Those were both home games, and this past Friday, meaning last night, we were at Forest Park. The Jonesboro boys were able to defeat the Forest Park Panthers by 30, which was nice. Unfortunately, was not there. Not there mainly due to the family situation. Had my 3-year-old in a Christmas show where I watched him yawn 15 times during a 7 o'clock late show for a 3-year-old. He is usually cuddled up in bed in sleep-tight manner at 7 o'clock. So he held in there as long as he could last night. So that was fun to be a part of that. So I was not able to bring the Forest Park game to you live last night. We will be at Maynard Jackson this Tuesday at 6 o'clock, starting a nice little tournament. We won't know the outcome of the game until we won't know who their next opponent is, depending on if it comes out as a win and a loss. Their first game is against Heritage High School. It is located at Maynard Jackson. That is where the action will take place this next Tuesday. Next time they play after Tuesday will either be a Friday or a Saturday, depending on the outcome. Most counties are on exams right now, and a lot of them will be dismissing out for holiday breaks here shortly. So meaning that their last day is Wednesday, so we should get things started. As you can see, Coach Melman to the right, Mount Zion assistant coach to the left in front of your screen. They're talking about the rules and regulations. Either that or they're talking about where we're going to eat after the game. There is the $3 cafe right down, but I'm all about the Dwarf House because they're not open tomorrow, so let's get as much as we can as we can before the clock ticks. That's Coach Melman down there. His sister is all the way up in Montgomery, Ohio. Diana enjoying the game from her confines of a garage and a big screen television. So glad to have her with us as well. Hopefully she did get the schedule changed and know that it's not happening at 8:30, but 7:30. All right, should be a very fun night. Hopefully I'll bring some energy. I did not get me any energy drinks, nor did I get any coffee tonight. So I'm hanging by a good old-fashioned thread. I like to call it the elephant's tail off of a cliff. It's a good image for those people that have ever had a chance to see it. All right. Well, our Jonesboro Cardinals are 4-1. This is game 6 in the 2017 season. Hopefully the volume is working properly. I feel like it's doing much better than it ever has been, so that's good. I figured out a couple of things to get things started, and as you can see, the countdown is occurring. We're under 50 seconds, and away we go. Won't have an opportunity to call too many players out because to be a sole spotter right now is going to be difficult. But I'll do my best. I have my timeout, or when they do that, I'll flip up my little card to see who I can see. It's just a quick breakdown when they do introductions. We'll at least know our starting lineup for the night. It looks like we're going to be doing an introduction of Jonesboro to begin with, so I'll be kind of nice enough to move the camera slightly over to the Jonesboro Cardinals. They'll be in black tonight with red numbers, I hope. They got new jerseys, very interesting looking. So to say the least, I'll be curious to see the very small numbers on the front, and almost it feels like even shorter numbers on the back. They definitely went through a new transformation of uniforms, and Mount Zion will be in the white. Once again, I'm Bo McMichael. This is Score Sports, coming to you live from Mount Zion High School. It is December 16th, 2016, or 2017. It is ticking down to the end of the year. Here we go with the starting lineup for the Jonesboro Cardinals. I'll take it away for the PA to hear everything.
Number 4, D. Leffy. Number 10, B. Walker. And 32, J. Mosley. Jonesboro is coached by Coach Melman. And now the starting lineup for your home team, Mount Zion Bulldogs. Number 1, G. Glenn.
gentlemen, the lineups have been announced. And in the best words possible, let's get it on. Let's have a little fun out here on the court with the round ball. In our jumpy tonight, they had an actual round, a basketball in the jumpy that we had at the house. And boy, did I think I was trying to jump through the roof to slam a little cushion basketball. Nothing says love than slamming over your 6-year-old son and then making a grunt noise when you bury him up against the wall. You know, love hurts, love's kind, any way you shake it, but it was fun. It was a good way to get some energy out, and unfortunately I have none at this point. So I'm doing my best to channel that energy. With the tip-off here, glad to have everybody joining us here tonight. It's 7:30 on the Eastern Standard Coast. I'm Bo McMichael. This is Score Sports, YouTube Live. Jonesboro Cardinals versus Mount Zion Bulldogs, live here in Mount Zion High School in Jonesboro, Georgia. Let's have a little fun. Like to see a good defensive battle on both sides. We'll see what comes up. Ooh, quick little slam off to begin with. I'll do my best not to multitask. Quick two-pointer by Mount Zion, no good. Jonesboro takes it back right to the court. Getting their offense set up. You can tell they worked on that nice from the tip. They didn't wait any time to take it and go. Fingertip roll in for the layup. No, but the reverse did go in for number 4 for the Cardinals. I'll say he stepped out. Still Mount Zion's basketball. Once again, Mount Zion's in the white. Jonesboro in the black. Jonesboro wearing a black uniform, small red numbers, outlined in white. I guess they have something with the size of the number. They don't want to share it with us. Oh, they're going to call a charge on Mount Zion. Jonesboro's famous for holding those feet down and earning that charge point. Going in the opposite direction. Score is 4-0 Jonesboro, as you can see on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. We even have the fouls given and the fouls taken away. Happy holidays to everybody. Hope you're staying warm out there. It's definitely a nice chilly night here in Georgia. And if you're watching it from anywhere else, I can bet you it's probably a little bit colder. I was watching a little bit of that Detroit game, and they were showing outside what the Detroit-Chicago game looked like. It was definitely enjoying some good old-fashioned snow in Detroit. Jonesboro going to go to the line to shoot 2. Number 32 for the Cardinals, Jamar Mosley, a senior here, on the free throw line to shoot 2. First one, good. Tip all the way in. It's like somebody gave a nice little blew it right in for them, so that's always wonderful. Appreciate everybody joining us out here tonight, chiming in, watching a little bit of Jonesboro basketball here live at Mount Zion High School in Jonesboro, Georgia. Another free throw up, and he wasn't that lucky for the second one. He's playing with that rim, and the rim did not go with him. Out of bounds on Mount Zion. That's their 3rd turnover of the night. I'm actually just making up those lies, but it sounds good to me. Jonesboro takes it up the court. For those people that are used to possibly a second camera, we will not be bringing the second camera on the grassy knoll tonight. We'll be just offering the picture-in-a-picture scoreboard. Fade away, no good. Rebound, Mount Zion. Turnover number 4. Pushing it up the court we go. Jonesboro's 4-1 for the season. Their one loss came 2 weekends ago on a Saturday against Pebblebrook, 67-60. up on the north side of town. Good rebound and put back in for Jonesboro to give them a lead of 7-0. As you can see on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, I'll stop calling the score out because you have it. Oh, good three-pointer. He got his spot up number 5 and enjoyed that one. Cuts that lead down to 4. First part of the first quarter here at Mount Zion. Trying to find their mood. People just keep coming in. Maybe they got the rumor that it was at 8:30 as well. Hard to tell, but you never know. The good thing is the second NFL game starts at 8:30, so I won't miss too much of it. Another jump stop on 5. We could use the word he's heating up. If he's able to make a third shot, he might be on fire. Still by Mount Zion. Ball's going the other way. 2 3-pointers in a row. Cuts that lead to 1 point. I'd give it to 5 and let him shoot. This is when you hope they find him and just let him shoot. He's got the ball right now. He does it. Does he feel it? Oh, rims out. The neck could have gotten a little smoky there, just a little bit. Dishes it out, pops up. 3-pointer good. Anything you can do, I can do better. Say to the Jonesboro crowd / basketball players. Jump shot good from Mount Zion. They're keeping it nice and close, 10-8 here. And the start of the first quarter. No fouls on Jonesboro's side, 2 on Mount Zion's. I always like it when the ref allows them to play and tries not to control the games. Good dish inside. Give him 2. Mr. Mosley. Number 32. For those people that like history lessons, this is the biggest gym in the county. Back in the day. Ooh, whoa. Shoot up, no good. Rebound Mount Zion going the other way. I would argue that maybe Charles Drew could hold the same size. But this school was built with the promise that it would have the biggest gym. It's a 2-layered gym. Bleachers coming out on both sides. And a bleacher in behind the goal. And I will say this, it's fairly packed across the board. It's nice to see everybody come out and watch a little basketball here in Clayton County. Got some nice viewerships joining in. Appreciate everybody stepping up and coming in and listening in to us tonight. Another 3-pointer by Jonesboro. Increasing the lead all the way up to 7, 15-8. I do hope you enjoyed the score at the bottom with the clock this game around there, this go around. He's going to get fouled. Going in for the shot. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Number 12 for Mount Zion. Last Friday and Saturday night, both games were canceled. We were going to be watching Lovejoy and Mundy's Mill. For the games, they have already been rescheduled. They'll take place in the month of January and the first weekend in February. I'm a little concerned about the NFL and how much that might affect the January 2nd game, or January 6th game, versus Lovejoy, which should be a really good matchup. He misses the first on a 1-and-1 and rebound Jonesboro. He might have made one of them. based on me babbling about the remake or the updates. If you were able to get a lot of snow, that's great. As for us that live in Henry County, oh, good steal. Good way to step in and cut it back. Gonna go for the 2. Nope, step up for the 3. Gonna call a timeout. What are we doing here? He calling timeout? Could be giving a warning because they touched the ball. It's 18-10. Mount Zion has the ball. Once again, we'll have a moment here at the end of the first quarter to thank our sponsors. And if you'd like to be a sponsor of Jonesboro basketball, make sure you reach out to Coach Melman here at Jonesboro High School. He'd be glad to talk with you and find a way to get your commercial here live on our ball games. We have a whole month of January ready to go with all our basketball games. So feel free, come out, support, find a way to get some more advertisement your way. And you get this crazy guy talking about your company. I say crazy in the sense of well-medicated, but still, yeah, a little off. They've definitely brought their defensive game tonight. Deep, deep 3. Air ball, get you. Goodness gracious, he's got to clap that one up because he's clapping somewhere. Goodness gracious. That looked like a Bo McMichael shot back in 7th grade for the Point South Vikings. That was a junior high team back in the day. The only thing wrong about that is that the ball never got off my hands because a gentleman slapped it out of the way. Dribbling back down the court, here we go. Oh, good look. I'm liking the passing skills for number 3. He is trying to find the open man in the middle, and that would be number 2 for the Cardinals, Jamari Smith. We got a Jamari Mosley and a Jamari Smith. Mosley is always 32, Smith is number 2. He opened up with a slam at the beginning of the game, which was fun to see. Remaining minute here in the first quarter. Jonesboro's up by 10. We'll do a little nice station break here. Make sure everything's sounding okay. If you are a friend of the show and you have my cell number and any audio or visual issues, please let me know. It's always nice to get a heads up if things sound good, and that's wonderful all by itself. Increased our viewership up a little bit, which is nice too. Crawl when you walk or walk when you crawl. This is basketball in its finest at Mount Zion High School, Clayton County, Georgia, right below the airport. For those people watching in Hawaii, it's 20-10. Jonesboro ahead. 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Next week starts the good old-fashioned basketball tournaments for 2 weeks. All the teams throughout the country go to different places in the United States, it feels like, to play in invitationals. And having a chance to play against big names and big teams is always a fun thing to do. Jonesboro will be heading over after Christmas up to Wheeler High School. Before Christmas, they are playing over in the Maynard Jackson's tournament, which was supposedly going to be scheduled at Clayton State, but that fell through. This is coming close to the end of the first quarter. Misses both, goes for the rebound. Won't be able to do anything with it. And that ends the end of the first quarter with your score, Jonesboro Cardinals 20, Mount Zion Bulldogs 10. This is Score Sports. We'll be right back. All right, started the second quarter here. Coach Melman gives them a big rah-rah-ree, kick them in the knee speech, get them set up. They're heading in by 10 versus Mount Zion Bulldogs. Deep three. Good rebound by Mount Zion. Jonesboro was able to steal it away and take it back the other way. Here we go. Feeding in. Pushed it right back out for a three. He tried to follow his shot, was unable. Oh, that felt like a walk. There we go. A lot of movement going on at this point. Glad to have you started the second quarter here at Mount Zion High School, home of the Bulldogs, playing your Jonesboro Cardinals. Good push in by Jabari, number 2. Mr. Smith goes to the rim. Mount Zion's finding a hard time finding the goal at this point, or at least the bottom of the basket. Turnover on Mount Zion, Jonesboro basketball. Good hustle across the board on both teams. Turnover again by Mount Zion, pushed up. Slam the jammer. Take me home, sweet home, Alabama. Mr. Jamari wanted to put a J in his name for a reason. I was doing some history in my brain a little bit of when the last time Jonesboro has actually lost to a Clayton County school, and it has been realistically, based on my memory, 3+ years. The last loss that I can remember is in versus Riverdale when James Walker Jr. was a freshman, because the old sophomore, junior, senior, they didn't lose a game. The only team they seem to have their number was Stevenson last year in the region championship game. Once again, a good dish into the paint, allowing 2 points to be scored. It's 26-10, a good 16-point lead for the Cardinals. I did a wonderful faux pas just then. When we started back the second half, or the second quarter, I forgot to hit the record button on the main recorder. So some plays were missed all of a sudden. And I'm gonna have to go pull it off so we can stat the game. Gotta pay attention. The only good thing I got going for me is that we're recording live in high def, spot up 2, and that helps me out a little bit. Mount Zion is having a hard time tonight finding the end of the basket. Deep 3, and Jonesboro says that's the end of the basket, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of the basket. Now next year, a little side note, Jonesboro High School will not have a gymnasium to play in. They will be working They'll be working on getting a new gym, and the only way to get a new gym is to tear down the old gym. So that's what they'll be doing over the next 18 months, starting this April. They are still trying to determine where the team will play its 2017-2018 or 2018-2019 season. Rumor has it it'll be here at Mount Zion. Jump shot good for number 10, Brandon Walker. And in the process, Jonesboro is going to go down in region play. And they will have brand new opponents come next fall into the winter. Good dish, gives a thumbs up. He enjoyed the pass. Going to call a charge on Mount Zion. 33-14 here at Mount Zion High School. Their new opponents, they'll be swapping with Morrow High School. And Jonesboro will be heading down in region play, and Morrow will be coming up in region play. That means new opponents for the Cardinals. That means welcome Griffin, welcome Fayette County, welcome Whitewater, welcome Stars Mill. Trying to think of a couple other ones in my brain. I think also welcome Riverdale as well. They'll be joining us. So we'll be coming from playing a 6A schedule down to a 5A schedule, which will definitely change things up, and that deals with the population at Jonesboro. Mount Zion will go to the line to shoot 2. Number 5 definitely is a huge point getter here for Mount Zion. Almost handles the majority of the points. This is the first on a 1-and-1. Makes the second one. Less than 40 seconds remaining in the half. We'll go away for about 10 minutes. I've contemplated doing some stand-up comedy for you based on my life experiences. I might have to hold out a little bit until the new year. Good drive to the hole, unsuccessful, but we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Mr. Brandon Walker, number 10 for the Cardinals. Glad to see everything's working good across the board. Eastern Standard Time, it is only 8:09, heading into halftime with 21 seconds to go. I'm Bowman Michael. We've got people dropping us left and right. Appreciate the ones that are staying with us. I'll stay focused on that. Come back and join us around 8:20, give or take 8:30. Misses both. Mount Zion looks to take the last shot. Banks it off the side, tries to go in for a rebound and gets it. 10 seconds remaining. Final shot here of the first half. A steal, unsuccessful, a no-shot contest with your score. Mount Zion 17, Jonesboro 33. It's 10 minutes in half. This is Score Sports. We'll be right back. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the third quarter action here at Mount Zion High School. I'm Bo McMichael. This is Jonesboro Cardinals versus Mount Zion Bulldogs. Saturday night action here in Clayton County. As you can see, the score 33-17. A dominating performance by the Cardinals in the first half. Glad for everybody joining us here. Took a little bit of time out. Everybody wanted to chit chat and talk during the 10 minutes, so I gave them an opportunity to do that. Back into play we go. Boy, will I have fun editing this before I can put it out for everybody else to see. Viewership is nice to have everybody tuning in and watching a little bit of basketball here in Clayton County. And away we go once again. Jonesboro's in the black, Mount Zion in the white. Jonesboro is the guest because we are home here at Mount Zion. Nice little alley-oop. Wasn't a slamma-jamma, but it was a nice tip in for Jamari Smith, number 2 for the Cardinals. Good way to start off the third quarter. Hope everybody has a wonderful Sunday. Rebound, Jonesboro. We'll be back into action this next Tuesday. Jump shot 3, Brandon Walker for the Cardinals. As we head to Maynard Jackson to take on the Heritage Patriots. Kind of interested in why he called. He feels like he needs to talk to people. Needed to have a group discussion. Maybe they're talking about the $3 cafe and where they're going to go eat dinner after this ball game. I'm Bo McMichael with Score Sports. Been doing this action for about 3 years now for Jonesboro Cardinal basketball. Showing a dominating performance here in Clayton County. Would be different next year, I believe, mainly because region play changes up. We're going down to Griffin. We're going over to Fayette County, over to McIntosh, over to Stars Mill, over to Whitewater, over to Riverdale. Should be quite entertaining to see what's going to play out. I don't know what the delay. So it looks like for the remaining part of the game, we will have internet issues. And from a technical jargon, I would dare say the metal in the ceiling is not helping the situation. Never experienced this here at Mount Zion, so I'll have to be doing some troubleshooting to figure out what might be the case. So what you're going to experience is good old-fashioned buffering for a little bit, and then it'll kick back up. Once again, sorry for the issue. You sometimes trade technology for quality. There's a high possibility we'll end the broadcast here at the end of the third quarter based on the inconsistency of the buffering. We'll get everything solved going into the 2018 January season. He's got to walk, and he probably did. peg square holes at this point. Mount Zion goes to the line to shoot 2. Jonesboro's leading steadily by 25. Thank you for all joining us here on a Saturday night. A little basketball action here in Clayton County, Georgia. Mount Zion Bulldogs taking on Jonesboro Cardinals. Jonesboro's pretty much been in control the whole game.